guys, so this is the second video of the 3 videos that I wanted to do, touching base on the subject of rest and recovery. So the one that we're going to be touching base on today is active recovery. So as I explained in the last video, it's essentially doing activity to promote blood flow to the areas that we've been training, minimize stiffness, and just to improve and promote recovery. So some specific things that you can do on your active recovery days are, so first up we've got developing your core development drills. So there's a whole bunch of these listed up on the side of the gym near the weights over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these up here, so you'll be able to at least run through some of those and recognize the poster. The second one I would suggest is having a little look at ROM WOD. Some of you may have heard us recommend this to you guys. I guess I'm a big fan of ROM WOD because I'm a little bit lazy and I kind of like people doing things for me. So ROM WOD's really good because it's just a bit of a follow along video. Some of you guys would have done it with us in class. It's really good value and it's fairly cheap. So have a little look at that. And then the next thing I would say is if you guys haven't been, go to the yoga and Pilates shed. So all of you generally should have a free session there a week anyway. So ask one of the guys, either myself, Adam or Tan, about how to get your tag to be able to head in there and utilise your free session there. Another thing you can work on your active recovery days is things like your handstands and movements that we don't generally get a ton of time to have a play around with in class. So handstand holds, all sorts of different ways of getting upside down and getting comfortable with that. And also doing things like pistol squats, which we don't really visit a really large amount. We'll sort of do it every few weeks in our training period. So having a little practice of those so that you can start to do them freestanding and get it to those higher levels on your pistols. And also in addition to that, having a play around with your different pull-up variations in between sessions on your active recovery days, and all different sorts of base level things on your gymnastics is a really good way to utilise that time because they're relatively low intensity, but you get really good bang for buck out of them when you do hit workouts that require them. Another thing is working on your prehab. So some of you may not have heard of prehab, you've ever really had to do rehab. So this is really kind of working before the fact of an injury kicking in, or any sort of potential niggles that you tend to have chronically kind of flaring up. So prehab's a really good opportunity to work on sort of basically stabilising and strengthening muscles that are fairly weak for you. So whether it be you've got poor overhead pressing or weakness overhead generally, also just a weak lower back or weak core, and also weaknesses around your knees. So whether that be from sort of poor glute activation and working on a bit of glute activation exercises just on their own, or a little bit of glute strengthening work. Again, these are sort of things that you can ask us coaches about, different specific things that you can personally work on based on your weaknesses and what specific prehab will be best. Another one of my personal favourites to do on an active recovery day, and I know it's not super active, but it's also a really good thing to do on a recovery day if you don't know what to do with yourself, is go and get a massage. Getting a massage is a really good way to promote that blood flow still through the muscle with actually utilising it. So that's really my favourite, and we've got quite a few people that we can recommend for you. So if you're unsure of where to get a massage and where it's going to be decent, come and ask one of us. And remember guys, on your active recovery days, you're always welcome, and we really encourage you to come into the gym. And even if it means you just hang out in the grass area and have a little foam roll and a chat, then it's really better than just sitting on the couch and not moving at all. You'll find that you minimise that stiffness and that extreme muscle soreness if you are even just having a little foam roll and a chat in the grass area. So all of this is basically general recommendation and guidelines for you guys. So if you do feel that you need to have a little bit more of a rest, or you could push through maybe one more extra day, then listen to your body. At the end of the day, you do sort of know your body sometimes better than what we do. But always make sure that you are resting at a consistent interval apart. All right.